Welcome back to No Rhyme, No Reason. I'm your host, Aaron Bergeron, and I am once again joined by Ernesto.
Yellow.
And as promised, we have brought our first guest onto the show. I would like to introduce everyone to Andy.
Hey, everybody, let's have a great show. That was actually my idea. Ernesto stole it and used it the past couple episodes.
No one will believe that.
No one will believe that whatsoever.
Everyone should. You've admitted everything you say is a lie previously.
No. I say I lie to everyone. It's completely different than everything that I say is a lie. Completely different.
Close.
How do we know that wasn't a lie?
That's true. I could be lying to everyone right now. But the whole, hey, everybody, let's have a great show. That's Ernesto original. And, you can take that to the bank. You can utter faith in that. So, as you noticed, Popeye is not here. Again, we really don't know where he is. He just kind of disappeared. So we brought on Andy in the meantime. And Andy is from our same circle in band. And he kind of filled in for Popeye once before when Popeye moved to Oregon, and we formed the Alliance back in high school. So, Andy, you want to tell us a couple things about yourself?
Yes. So I also like how you have basically the Alliance Annex version on the podcast as the staple regular person here. But anyway, yes, I was in band with these guys all through high school. I did not get to partake in that crazy Arizona hotel party fiasco that they talked about a few episodes back. I was across the hallway there. But yes, I am graduated with Ernesto, so I'm around that age. I'm super jacked for those who have not seen me lately. And I work in pest control, which is a pretty fun job, but arduous at times.
Yeah, awesome. A couple awesome details there. The whole Jack thing. Please don't lie to our viewers. Your first time on the show. Thank you, Andy.
Only Ernesto has that right.
Yeah, only I'm allowed to lie to the listeners.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, I thought that was my thing.
So
like you haven't.
No.
I'm Jack.
Stop taking my stuff. Stop taking my stuff. All right. Anyways, so you mentioned you're in pest control.
Speaking of taking stuff, where's my heart shirt?
It's in my closet.
I'm gonna need that back.
It's in my closet.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Everyone.
So. No one agrees. For the people who don't know what the heart shirt is, which is pretty much everyone, the heart shirt, it's basically back in marching band, there were, top, not really performers, but rehearsers, people who gave their all during practice throughout the week. And at the end of the week, they would award these people with these cool special shirts that they could wear. And it was a real badge of honor. And so there was one week where Ernesto was a shoo-in. It was Ernesto's shirt for sure. The only issue was the person giving out the shirts was Andy's dad. And Andy got the shirt. And there was a huge uproar in the crowd. People came up to me and said that was complete BS. It should have been my shirt. And, that in much, in some way, that's where Ernesto, who doesn't follow the rules a lot, was born in losing that heart shirt. Because I gave all this effort, played by the rules, still lost.
That story will never not be funny.
I completely disagree.
No, it's not. It's terrible. What do you mean it's never not be funny?
You wanted that shirt
I was
so
robbed.
bad.
I wanted. Everyone else had one. I was the only one in my little circle who didn't have one. I gave it my all. That was the year I was Horn Sergeant. I was like, that shirt was mine. It was mine. Well, ripped away from me.
Yours through that.
Ripped, and now it is mine.
Just to put it in perspective, yeah, Popeye has one, and I have one. So Ernesto is not joking that literally everyone had one, basically, except for him.
And Ernesto has one. and Ernesto has one.
Andy's apparently, which I did not know.
Yeah,
but I love that it's like 10 years later, and you're still.
No, I'm still pissed off about it. I'm still pissed off about it. It's one of like, It's one of like the top 10 things that pisses me
You
off
could probably recreate it
is
yourself.
losing that heart shirt.
You could probably remake it.
Well, I don't need to. I have one.
I
have
feel like
it.
Andy's would not fit you.
I completely forgot it doesn't. I completely forgot how I came by it, like how
I know
how
exactly
it came
how
to
you
be.
got it. I know exactly how you got it.
How did I get
I
it? I don't even remember.
I was in Orlando one weekend, and that was the
That is it.
that
You left it
my
there.
girlfriend had texted me and broke up with me, and then I was just like, all right, I'm not down to have fun anymore. I'm gonna go home. And then I had apparently rushed out and forgotten it there. And you texted me and basically had claimed it at that point and never gave it back.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
If it took 5 years, 6 years, you've had it for a few years now. If it took that long for you to acquire it, good on you. Good on you.
I just imagine him like seeing it and then dropping down to one knee and just looking up and be like, finally.
I almost like I had
Ernesto sending me a picture of it on, and for those who don't know what we both look like, I am much smaller than Ernesto, therefore the shirt fit me and not Ernesto. So when he put it on, it was like it was had to have been ripping at the seams at that point.
Oh yeah, it's very small. It is not. It was not made for me by any stretch of the imagination.
That's why you never got one. You just
but
didn't have any in your size.
Yeah, maybe that's all it was.
It's such a sham. Such a sham. All right. It's an absolute travesty. Okay, I gotta get off the subject. I'm getting all steamed up. Okay. Anyways, so moving on, Andy. Per usual, we go into the segment called Love Hate. We kind of gave Andy the keys to the car with this one, so he came up with a super original idea to do our love hates about work. Influence the sarcasm and super original, and we're going to do love hates about work.
I'll go first. The only reason I made it about work is because, and I've told you this before, and you kind of like laughed it off. But we'll start off with love. I by myself all day, and I like that. I don't have to deal with a ton of people. I see like 10 customers a day, so that part's cool. Other than that, pretty much my own boss. I get to go at my own pace, do my own thing. That part's awesome. I don't have people watching me on cameras, telling me what to do. So that part, love it. Greatest part about my job. The worst part about my job, and it's not necessarily anything that pertains to my job, it just happens a lot while I'm working. I'm constantly rounding the outside of people's houses, treating them, and I walk by various shrubs and bushes and ornamental ferns, and I wear headphones because I'm by myself all day, and they will constantly get caught on limbs and shrubs and get yanked out of my ears. And when I tell you that pisses me off to no end, I kid you not, that drive like fuels a rage. I go from 0 to 100 like that. And it pisses me off so much. It happens all the time at work, and I just have to sit there and like, okay, like don't freak out. I don't know why that makes me so mad, but it happens at least twice a day, and I never get over it. That's like
it's infuriating. Coming from someone who's literally ripped infinite amounts of headphones in half, it is incredibly frustrating when you get them yanked out of your ears. So I understand that, but it's I don't know if you know this. It's the year 2018. Like 90. I didn't even know they still made wired headphones these days.
I have a good rebuttal to that. The only reason I have wired headphones is I actually like to listen to talk radio for a majority of the day, and I can't get that on my phone as easily, or I could, but then I basically just rip through data like nobody's business. So I actually went out and bought one of those like old school like little pocket radios that only has a plug-in. Because I do own wireless.
That you listen to talk radio throughout the day?
Yes.
Did you know there's this thing called podcasts that you can listen to that are like talk radio?
I'm pretty sure I'm like the biggest supporter that's not related to you guys that listens to this. So yes, I do know.
Oh.
I just prefer a radio station I listen to.
But there's commercials.
Because it's very this-esque, this subject matter, and just like a bunch of guys goofing off. It's on the radio, and it's all day.
So what you're saying is we need to pump out 40 hours worth of podcasts each week, and you'll be set.
Yes, if you want me to completely give up the radio, not have my headphones ripped out of my ears, and give you more listens, yeah, if you could just go ahead and do that, that'd be great.
Challenge accepted. Okay. Well, that's pretty decent. I know what to get you from Christmas if I was going to get you something for Christmas. So we'll kick it over to Wayne for his love-hate about work.
All right. I work as an IT person and I work from home a whole bunch and it's super nice. But ironically, I work from home, but my favorite part about work is the people I work with. It is very carefree. It is a very good group of people, and it's about as good a group as you can ask for. I sit close to a bunch of people that are really cool, and a big part of why people stay at jobs is because they work with people they like. Because like Andy said, if you work with people you don't like, or you're not working by yourself, it's awful. Like if you work with people that are bad, it makes you want to leave real quick. So
it's environment and culture is a huge foundation of whether people stay at a workplace or not.
yes, I love the C word, the culture.
It's culture.
I don't love that word, but it's fine. So I love the people I work with. I hate is the drive.
Culture.
I hate traffic, 275. I hate the fact that it's like an hour away from my house, which I just, traffic is the worst. And it's like 2 hours of my day just gone driving, which I'm sure Ernesto has to drive all over the place and it's fine, but I hate driving. I hate driving just in general. So
yeah.
Also, I don't like office politics, but that's too much of a conversation to have right here.
Yeah, I mean, I do have to drive all over the place, and it does suck. But I like driving, so it's I can bear it. So I guess that leaves Ernesto. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I love. I love like Wayne, the people that I work with. It's fantastic. Like Andy, most of the time, I'm basically my own boss. There is no one telling me what to do. No one creates my schedule. Outside of my clients who kind of ask things of me, but that's about it. And so, I mean, realistically, the thing I love most about my job is there's just something. There's some appeal to when you say you're a real estate agent. Like whenever I introduce myself to people, or like someone introduces me to people and they say that I do real estate, the common reaction is like ooh, or like or chicks just love it. I don't understand. I mean, it's cool. It's a sexy position. It's a sexy profession. So it's nice. I like recognition. As you could tell from the heart story, I was never really recognized that often for my efforts. So it's nice to have that, that level of, people bowing down to me, for lack of a better term. That, and also like I get free food and booze all the time because there are a lot of professions like home inspectors and even pest inspections and contractors and things like this, and title companies where a lot of their business comes by way of me and my referrals. So people will put on events and buy you lunch and buy you drinks and give you gift cards all the time. It's badass. I feel like college athlete sometimes. I have a running joke with like new agents where I say like, if you get into real estate, you never have to pay for food or booze for the rest of your life. So that's a fun part. The only thing I really don't like about my job is, I mean, there are some people who really like, they just don't like realtors simply because they're real. Like they have no idea what goes into the position itself. But for some reason, there's this big misconception that we're just car salesmen and we do nothing for our money and stuff like that. And so there's some people just literally hate me because of the job that I do. So that's the only thing. I mean, it doesn't bother me a lot, but I do like to be liked, even as polarizing as I am. So I mean, if there's one drawback to the profession, it'd be that. And that's about it.
So many things, so many comments I want to
Just
make.
you make them free
Cool.
speech.
I've never met someone who's like, ooh, realtor. And I've never met somebody who's like, oh, realtors are like car salesmen. Like, I obviously am not in the profession,
Yeah.
but it's so funny. You like generalize the two people. They either are super impressed by realtors or they just stereotype realtors as like these awful people.
Literally,
there's no in the middle.
There's a very small. There's a very small in the middle. Like most of the like.
Have you ever stepped back and thought maybe it's just me?
No, not at all. Not for 1 second, because it's not like I just.
You've never stepped back and thought about that, or you just know that that's the case?
Oh no, yeah, I've thought about that, and just thought, maybe it's just me, but everyone gets it, except for chicks.
I see.
There's a whole different
Also,
go on.
Also, like whenever you're like my love for work, you like had this really long pause, and I really want to edit something in there, like like show me the money song or something.
Ooh,
like that.
Yeah,
it's just
do that. Do that.
Show me the money.
While we're on editing and music, if you could just go ahead and throw in some, Bad to the Bone, Triple H's theme song when I come in.
Do that.
All right, I'm gonna need you to send me all their copyright info. Send me all the details, the copyright claims, and how long we can use it for, and I will get right on that.
Realistically, when Andy comes on, also don't edit any of this out. When Andy comes on, if you could put like a little like a phone ringing due to his audio quality, that'd be fantastic.
Ooh, yeah, I was told Ernesto would provide an additional mic. That never happened.
And then you were like, and then you said, "Oh, I can just use this. Oh, it'll be fine." So I was like, "All right."
Which surprisingly didn't work as well as we thought it would. Who would have known?
We told you to buy a plane ticket to Oregon, fly to Oregon, get Popeye's mic, fly back from Oregon, then record the episode, then fly back, return the microphone, and then fly back to Florida. That was what we instructed you to do.
All without him knowing.
Got away from me there. I just, by the time Wednesday came, I was like, whoa, and then flights were ridiculous. So yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, that was good. That was a good thing, guys. We learned a little bit about everyone's professions. Andy's really gelling well. So like I said, we gave Andy the keys to the car for this one. And he came up with a few topics that he thought would be a decent idea. And the first one was scaling an animal to the size of the horse. Andy, I'll let you break this one down for us a little bit.
So basically, we're all going to pick an animal, and I would say something in the animal kingdom. It doesn't have to be an animal. It could be an insect. It can be really anything. Reptile. Which would be an animal, so never mind. But if you were to scale that to the size of a horse, and then we would put all three of ours up to battle, which I guess in order to not one-up each other, we should probably all save them like bang, bang, bang. That way we can't really think of a better one. I've got mine picked. I don't know if you two do, or if you're waiting to see if you could be a one-upper.
I got mine.
I'm
going to wait until you guys both go and then one up. That's my plan.
Yeah, I figured.
All right.
I can say mine. I've had mine locked and loaded ever since I came up with that question.
All right, let's hear what it is.
So mine would be a wasp. You scaled up a wasp to the size of a horse. I don't think anything's standing up to it. I'd love to hear what
that's interesting. I mean, it does have flight. My thing was, and it's really odd, but it's an armadillo. And the only reason I say this was because I saw a video online of someone like holding like a somewhat larger armadillo by the tail, like the size of a dog or something. And it looked absolutely terrifying. Like as fast as it is, like it's as fast as a small armadillo, but it's like the size of
that.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. And that's what made me think of it was like, like how big are these things? Because they have like the giant feet with the giant claws. So it's like if you scaled that to the size of a horse, and it was like 8 feet tall, with those like feet that are like the size of a quarter of its body, and like the hard shell. Ugh. No, like I think the shell puts it over. It has the natural protection. I have to go armadillo.
Just so you know, this is unfair advantage with Andy here. The 9-banded armadillo that is Habitats Florida cannot roll up into a ball and protect itself. The ones you see around dead and running around the road in here, in our area, do not do that.
The more you know. The more you know.
Advantage Andy with the wasp.
All right, Wayne.
So when you first sent this out, like my gut reaction was just to do like falcon, because a giant falcon is about the scariest thing I can think of. Because I just imagine the wingspan and the talons. I feel like I won't budge on my original thought because I don't really feel like either of your guys is all that impressive. So I feel like it's a level playing field.
So basically, we got 2 animals with flight and an armadillo.
Yeah, I really just armadillo, maximum defense, minimum offense.
The claws, Wayne.
Sure, but you're dealing with an animal that can sting and an animal that can pick you up and throw you into the air.
Okay, well, the thing is that you guys just have. I mean, you guys attack them from above. That's my main point of defense. Is above me.
I don't know, but if you're going to use your claws, though, you'd think you'd have to be on your back to utilize all 4.
No,
so if you're on your back,
stand.
You have a soft underbelly.
Armadillos can stand on their hind feet.
The falcon is going for the tail, picking you up by the tail, flying as high as it can, and dropping you.
I've got one better. Falcon picks it up by the tail, flies it into the air, rendering the armadillo useless because it cannot do anything. Wasp comes in, stings it, kills the armadillo. Falcon and Wasp have at it.
Or the falcon and wasp go in after the armadillo at the same time, get caught up midair, fight each other. They take each other to the ground. The armadillo comes up, slashes them both.
You need a lot of things to go your way for that to happen, but I see it.
I feel like it's gonna be like the odd man out in this one is gonna be the one who wins. Whoever like
the one that can't fly, yeah, that's the odd man out.
I mean like two are gonna lock up, and then whoever is left is going to win.
So you think, well, like the wasp and the falcon are just gonna look down at little armadillo? Well, I guess they're all about the same size, but little armadillo down there and go, this guy, easy cleanup. Let me take out the biggest competition I have, and in that maybe both get injured. You come up, just a little garbage man, clean up the scraps, take the
Absolutely.
Such an Ernesto thing.
Armadillo is an opportunist. I would just burrow underground, wait it out.
Ooh, they do that.
Thank you. I've thought about every scenario. Okay.
You'd eventually have to come out.
And yet, you're flipping through the dictionary and you pick like the second animal. It's like you're like aardvark, armadillo, done. This is the animal.
It's like aardvark, armadillo. I don't have as much knowledge as aardvarks. Armadillo is the clear choice. All right. So you know what? I mean, this would be a perfect topic for Popeye to carry out a verdict on when he gets back.
Ooh, that's true.
It's true. He's the best.
He's gonna have a lot of homework. He's like movie club, giant animal battles. Okay. So the next topic that Andy brought up was if you could go back and recreate any video game, but as a VR video game, virtual reality video game, which would it be? And so I would love for Wayne to kick this one off because I heard his. It's actually pretty good. I'm jealous. I'm letting Wayne go first, but he's only going first, so I don't steal his. So Wayne, kick it off for us.
So when I first saw this, the one that came to my mind was Mario Kart, which I just feel like would work so perfectly. I feel like racing in VR is super easy to do, and it wouldn't like totally freak me out. Scary games are off the table, and things I can do in real life make no sense to be in VR because I can already do them. So Mario Kart is where it's at. Battle mode, just these balloons right above my head, me throwing shells directly at Andy on the. I don't even remember what was the level that we always played.
Oh, it was that 3-tiered one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I forget
The
what it's
3-tiered
called.
one, yes.
It was like a red and green and like
Yes.
a darker red. I remember exactly what you're talking
Yep.
Yeah, and I'd win every time.
about. We used to play that at your house, right?
Yes.
Yeah. When Popeye was gone, we played that in tanks.
So speaking of playing games at Wayne's house back in the day, my game, and it's a rather simplistic game, and you may have just heard Ernesto mention it, tanks in VR. Just think about how badass that would be. We had so much fun playing it on this little TV. You get like full on like a tank simulator around you, and you're playing that. That's gold. That's winner right there. I wouldn't do first person shooter because I feel like there's so many people do that already, and they've already got that little contraption that you can stand in the middle of and run around in, and that just looks like it would tire you out within like 2 games. So that one was off the record, but I think tanks. We had, it was a classic game. It was always fun. That or Super Smash Brothers, one of those two.
Oh, Super Smash in VR would be so hectic. It'd be so. I'd have so much anxiety playing that.
There's a lot.
Where would I look?
There's a lot.
I'd have to look everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Like, it would just be such a shit show if I was in VR. Like, I'd have to look everywhere.
That's why Mario Kart makes the most sense. You look one direction. You look above you for balloon counts, in front of you for carnage and racing. Also, the map was called Double Deck. It occurred to me.
Yeah.
I went a completely different direction. I don't know if this is already a thing. If it is, I'd love to check it out. But like OG Guitar Hero is what I would make in VR. And I know there's not like a like shooter or driving capacity to it, but just like being up on stage and like having people and like being like surrounded by everything, and like especially if it was like complete headset, not just the ocular device, and he had like surround sound music at some capacity, that'd be badass. I mean, that's if you want to like immerse yourself into like being a rock star in a show, that's the direction I would go. I think that'd be money.
How good were you?
Did you know you can learn how to play an instrument and then get into a band and then play music live for other people?
What an odd concept.
Did you know that Guitar Hero, much faster than the time it would take to learn an instrument, get into a band, get into a functional band that actually was able to come together, create songs, and then perform them, get to the level where you're performing in front of a huge audience of people and do it well?
I'm just saying, in no world can I throw a banana at a vehicle and that do any sort of damage.
Have you ever tried it?
I want my virtual
Have
reality.
you ever tried it?
I have tried it. And I've seen bananas on the road, and I see no accidents in their wake. So I assume that it doesn't work. But it's just funny that you pick something that's like you could really do it.
You really do if you want. Well, listen, I mean, you could go around and bash cars if you wanted to. I mean, it wouldn't be very productive. I mean, demolition derby. It's like life-size Mario Kart, except there's no bananas.
But I can't drive into a barrel and it shoot me 4,000 feet across the arena.
Dangerous.
But I could easily get a guitar and go on stage, and I might get booed, but that's just like Guitar Hero and you suck.
See,
which, if I recall, Ernesto did plenty of.
I did not. I was good at the Guitar Hero for sure.
Yeah, on medium, sure.
But I'm playing on medium. It's like
no.
Okay.
I played hard.
Oh,
I don't know what the next step was.
I think there was an
expert. That's what it was. Expert. It was medium hard expert. I did not play expert. I could play like one song on expert, and that's it. The Money Pit. I like that song.
The Money Pit.
The Money Pit.
The one that we're. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
All right. Yay, inside jokes. All right, so we're running short on time, but I just really quickly wanted to do Popeye's question because he sent us one to ask each other, and it was, what would we do if we were stuck in the Home Alone scenario? Like, what traps would we set? And I'm not going to be honest, I have not prepared at all, but let's see if we can do this really quick.
Andy, have you prepared for it?
Ooh. Yeah, but in a very sarcastic way, because I don't think I've ever seen that movie all the way through.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Like, I know the concept. Like, they leave him at home. People try to break in. I don't know why they're breaking in. I just know that that's it. And then he pulls like some little mouse trap.
What?
Little
What?
All these like little Dennis the Menace looking little things.
Dennis the Menace, Dennis the Menace didn't set traps.
Can we just step back? Just give me your best guess as to why they're breaking into the house.
I think they left to go on like some wild and extravagant vacation, so they had money clearly. So maybe they had some kind of riches or gold or jewelry, something high value, obviously, that someone wanted, and or they were just trying to get the kid and like sex traffic him. I don't think that would have been the case, but that's a more realistic look.
It is rated NC-17, so that's a good guess.
They were breaking in to rob him, and then they went to Paris. Which, I mean, thinking about it back in the day, McAllister Senior, whatever the hell his name was, he flew like 14 people to Paris for like a 2-week vacation. Like that cost tens of thousands of dollars.
Also, the second one, they go forward in time and try and
That's
stop
insane.
Trump from becoming president. You should definitely watch both of them. They're really good.
They do. Trump is in the second one.
You know what? I've seen that meme
Yes.
where he like helps them, or like with the
Yeah.
elevator or something. Is that right? Am I getting my phone on all cylinders?
Yeah, he meets him in the lobby. He gives them like directions.
I've seen that little.
He's supposed to send him to floor 13, which didn't exist, and stop it, but he fails. It's pretty good. It's actually based on a true story.
They really went in the future or in the past. That's not.
You should really watch the movies, Andy. You should really watch the movies.
It's absolutely insane. That's absolutely insane to me that you haven't seen that.
Okay, well, while we're on that topic, and this would be great to wrap it up with, I also have not seen any of the Star Wars movies. I have not seen Game of Thrones, not one episode. Yeah, those are two more that I just have no interest in.
Yet you've watched all seasons of Big Brother.
No, I've been watching all.
A majority of Big Brother. Like what? What?
Pleasure. He's breaking up. Let's go ahead and kick him off the podcast here. Yeah, it's like it's so confusing with Star Wars, and my wife watches Game of Thrones, and she's like, "You should watch it." And to be fair, the game Skyrim, like that's like the closest thing I can equate it to. It's like that old, medieval-esque time period, and I thought that game was the stupidest thing for the longest time. I bought it like years after it came out, and it totally just took over my life for months. So I probably would like that show. There's so many episodes at this point. I'm just like, it's going to take so long to get caught up, and I really want to do that. So.
I caught up in the span of like 5 weeks.
Just break your foot, get workers' comp, and
break your foot. Break your foot. Technically, I didn't have workers' comp because I was doing personal training at the time, so I was my own. I was like,
right.
I just
so short-term disability. Aflac, get you set up in a hospital room and just watch it.
Just watch it. The new season comes out in April. You have plenty of time. Like, go get HBO now. You get a month. You get a month trial for free, and just binge watch it.
I should do that, but that's kind of like a pride thing at this point. Like, yeah, I haven't seen any Game of Thrones, and you're not going to change that. And people kind of give me like a little like, oh, what?
That's like when people brag. That's like when people brag about not having sex before marriage. Like, what?
Yeah, you're true.
It's like, all right, good job, high five, buddy.
Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad? If you had to wipe
Game of
off,
I'd wipe off Breaking Bad.
That is a tall order and a hot take if I've ever heard one.
And it instantly came out of my mouth. That was an easy decision.
Wayne, same verdict on that?
Never seen an episode of the show in my life.
Of which show?
Breaking Bad.
Oh my god. See, I guess that's probably the feeling you guys have towards me in Game of Thrones, so I guess I should watch
and Star Wars and Home Alone.
I've at least seen a couple seasons of Breaking Bad.
Wait, have you not finished it though?
I mean, I've seen the first season, second season, and then I watched like the back half of the last season. But after the second, I'm supposed to give it like 3 seasons before I'm like, all right, this show's good. I'll watch the rest of it now.
It was good from the start.
What? Obviously not.
It's a shame. You know that guy from Malcolm in the Middle, the dad? It's a shame he never got into anything else.
Is it better? Is it better than The Godfather?
No.
You're gonna hate me for this. I've kind of never seen that movie either.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
how have you not? Are you serious?
Your high potential for being a good guest has slowly like destroyed itself in the last like 5 minutes.
Well, you can just edit that out. Best guess ever.
Nope.
All right. Godfather.
I did not like The Godfather.
Oh, there you go.
It insists upon itself.
I see.
It's like I love the Money Pit. That is.
And
my
now we're
answer
back
to
to
that question. Did you say Godfather or Shawshank Redemption? Is that what you said?
Yes.
I'd go Shawshank.
You're keeping it, or you're taking it out?
No, I'd keep Shawshank. Shawshank's a classic. Godfather, in essence, is like really like a big setup for Godfather 2.
I heard there's 3 of them total, right? I heard the other 2 suck, or at least the third one sucks, and maybe the 2 second.
Godfather 2, the 2 is the best one.
So is it the third one? Yeah, okay. I've heard that opinion before. I just haven't bothered watching. 3
is like the movie version of Breaking Bad.
Got him.
That one hurt.
Do you only like TV shows that have double B as their initials, as their shorthand? Breaking Bad and Big Brother.
Yes, apparently I'm drawn to those types of shows.
All right. Well, anyways, that's terrible. You should really catch up. You uncultured swine. Like the Home Alone thing blows me away. Like many people haven't seen Star Wars because they suck. Many people haven't seen like The Godfather because they don't. They're younger. They haven't watched the older films. They're not mature enough to appreciate The Godfather for what it is.
You're using language that's above. What are these big words?
Game of Thrones, unacceptable. Home Alone, unacceptable.
All right, if I had to watch one, even though, and they would take the same amount of time to watch, because obviously I could burn through the Home Alone movies. Which one should I watch? If you have to wipe out,
first of all, to catch up on Game of Thrones and to watch the 3 Home Alone movies would not take the same amount of time. And realistically, you'd really have to watch the 2 Home Alone movies because the 3 is like completely different. If you had to watch one, I'd say just watch Home Alone.
All right, movie club next week. Home Alone. Let's do it. The show is going very long, so we were very happy about our guests, and it was a great show. I don't know if he'll join us again later, but for now, I will wrap it up with one final question. Andy, Brady Bunch, yay, nay?
I have seen select episodes. Brady Bunch, quick answer, nay.
Oh, I thought BB for sure. Oh, well.
Favorite show, just edit out my previous comment. Best show ever.
All right. Well, we'll catch everyone next week in the new year. Have a happy holidays. Happy New Year. Later.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.